It was an emotional procession of two firefighters as they passed through Wisconsin on their way back to Michigan's Upper Peninsula. The men, both in their early 20s, were killed in an accident in Minnesota on their way to fight a Utah wildfire. A fellow firefighter at the wheel of their truck lost control and is now charged in their deaths. MSU basketball star Keith Appling is under strict restrictions after his third weapons-related arrest in 4 months. A judge increased his bond in 2 of the 3 criminal cases he now faces. Appling was also ordered to wear a GPS tether, stay away from guns, and be home between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 a.m. It's a lifeline for people who don't have transportation. Buses are the only way to get around.
But in Saginaw on Saturdays, the buses are parked. Now there's a chance that could change.
And the water crisis is having an impact on foster care in Flint, too. Children already go through a lot being put into the system. So for them and for the parents who take them in, the contaminated water adds another layer of intimidation and concern. Today, an organization is looking to bring awareness to the Flint water crisis through an online campaign. The Lead Safe America Foundation is hosting a hashtag Stand with Flint Twitter party tonight. It's looking to keep the crisis trending so local families will have access to safe water. It's happening tonight between 9 and 10 o'clock. By using hashtag Stand with Flint in your tweet, you can be entered to win several prizes from Mid-Michigan counties have seen a rise in overdose deaths from prescription opioids, and now the state is getting federal funding to fight the epidemic. We've learned the grant from the CDC is worth $2.25 million for the state health department. It's part of a 3-year initiative involving a total of 44 states. Michigan will use the money to improve data collection, develop a strategy to tackle the problem, and create overdose prevention programs. A man wielding an axe is arrested, accused of causing some major damage to cars parked outside a GM plant. New this morning, drivers in Portland, Oregon probably did a little bit of a double take near one local school yesterday morning. Sasquatch there. Yeah,
don't worry. This Bigfoot is one of the good guys. He spent his morning teaching kids and others the importance of being, what did you say?
Creepy.
Yeah, the importance of being safe while walking to school. And he's creepy, too.
Up close, the face is too much. Sasquatch even helped a few students get to school on time. And he's reminding drivers that school is back in session, so be alert.
You know, I'm just trying to send a message. My presence, I hope if they're stopped for me, that they're stopped for the little creatures in the road.
What kind of accent is that? Is that a Sasquatch accent?
It must be. The city's Department of Transportation put together this demonstration. Sasquatch is also reminding drivers that every intersection should be considered a crosswalk and to take it slow in school zones to keep the kids safe. Summer is winding down, and that means hockey season. Flint Firebirds fans got a chance to meet the team and the coaches last night. Dordt Federal Event Center hosted an open house and select your seat night, giving people a chance to get autographs, buy tickets, and tour the facility.
Most kids his age are attending middle school. 12-year-old Jeremy Schuler has just started his first semester at Cornell University.
This is so hard to believe, but he's the youngest student on record to attend the Ivy League school. Jeremy's parents, who are both aerospace engineers, moved from Texas to Ithaca, New York, so that he could live with them while pursuing his engineering degree. A disturbing discovery at a Michigan car dealership. Police say a woman who works at Zott Chrysler near Brighton went into the bathroom and found a device. She figured someone had left behind a cell phone, but to her surprise, she discovered it was a camera. The employee immediately turned it over to police. The dealership owner, Thad Zott, says he is disturbed by the news. The number of known Zika cases in Michigan has grown to 43. Nationwide, the CDC is reporting 2,700 cases. Yesterday, Florida health officials said mosquitoes trapped on South Beach in Miami tested positive for the Zika virus. That's the first time that's happened in the U.S. Summer is winding down, and that means hockey season. Flint Firebirds fans got a chance to meet the team and coaches last night. Dordt Federal Event Center hosted an open house and select your seat night, giving people a chance to get autographs, buy tickets, and tour the facility. Smith & Wesson reported its first quarter sales surged 40% compared to the same time last year. The gunmaker also reported doubling its profits. Sales of handguns rose 42%, and long guns, including shotguns, hunting rifles, and semi-automatic files, spiked a whopping 119%. New this morning, we are giving you a first look at the scene of last night's deadly Flint Township pedestrian accident. It happened around 9 o'clock on Vance Lake, just south of Williamsburg, Pittsburgh Road near Maple. It will be 2 to 3 weeks before there are any criminal charges in the accidental hit-and-run death of a Frankenmuth mother. The attorney representing the 25-year-old Birch Run Township man who likely hit her made his first public statement yesterday. All new at 6, federal officials have reached an agreement with the owners of 7 Michigan apartment complexes who were under fire for housing discrimination allegations. A lawsuit filed last year claimed violation of the Fair Housing Act in the Lansing area communities. It said rental managers and owners prevented families with children from renting one-bedroom units. An agreement was announced yesterday. It includes a settlement fund of $20,000 for victims and $5,000 in civil penalties paid to the government. Happening now, it is the list no school wants to be on, the lowest performing public schools in the state.
Michigan School Reform Office released its annual list of the bottom 5% schools yesterday, and several local schools are on it, including 5 in the Saginaw School District.
Both new at 6, nearly 70 credit card skimmers have been found at Michigan gas stations since their discovery a year ago. The
Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development inspects the pumps. They say skimmers can be installed in seconds.
Hey, if you're looking for one last chance to cool off at Saginaw Splash Park, you might want to block out some time to visit this weekend. The city-run Splash Park will close for the season on Monday. Though the Splash Park is closing, the larger Celebration Park complex where it's located will remain open to the public year-round. And as always, admission to both parks is free. Back to school time means back to business for the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Flint. This morning, the club begins a big registration drive for its after-school programs. Tazari Robinson is up early with us this morning and live at the club. Good morning.
Good morning, Jamie. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you starting the new season?
We're just going to do a really big kickoff. September 12th is our first day of the after-school program. That whole week is really going to be a celebration to, one, bring awareness to the fact that we're reopening, and also, really get the kids excited and pumped up for the start of the school year.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the programs that you have set up for the new school year.